and he's always fucking whining,
complaining,
and he's always wants goodies. Where are the goodies for me? Oh wait,
I'm
we're
so
back.
Fucking over it,
Johnny. Why don't you tell us we're back on?
You got to say we're live, Chief.
I did.
This ain't it, Chief.
Nah, dude. I hate when people say
No,
that.
I love it. That's how you tell people they did wrong.
Hey, look here, my dude.
This ain't it. Hey, my dude.
Hey, sorry, my dude.
Hey, the amount of people on Twitter that have tried to correct me with my guy,
My guy.
they're all muted. So in case you're wondering, oh, Rocco doesn't reply to my things.
You called me my guy.
A correction with my guy. You are
Not a good look,
You're
my
talking
dude.
to the wind.
Do you want the chat at all?
Yeah.
We'll do a chat.
Hey, I was just gonna say, we were just talking during the break here. Welcome to the Mega 64 after show. We were talking about, do we take calls? Are we debating taking calls? We are going to take some. I think probably not tonight. We are going to take some during 64X.
Oh yeah,
because that'll be our way to communicate with you guys. You're coming in to the con. You want something at the con.
We want to hear from you.
We want to hear from you. So we'll save it for that. I feel like if we take 100 calls tonight,
sure,
we'll burn ourselves out.
But get prepped. Get ready for 64X. Get your question lined up.
I want to say though, talk about, last time we did this podcast, we had debate about taking calls.
Sure.
And what I failed to realize, because anytime we bring up taking calls, it turns into the bit of
fuck the fans.
No, what are these people calling in for? I don't want to talk to these. It turns into that.
Okay.
But what is confusing for me sometimes is when we come in here, when it comes to the podcast, when we do our videos and things like that, we don't. We'll talk a lot about the pre-planning and how are we going to do it and how are we going to do it right. The podcast, we don't really do that. We kind of just come in here and do it.
Yeah,
so it's sometimes it gets confusing for me where I'm like, is this a bit or do we not want to do this? Do we not? We never talked about this. We need to, I don't know.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get a little flustered. Like, are we running? Are we doing that? I don't know. But I have a totally different perspective on, when we take calls, a lot of them are, I think, really good. But then you also have people trying to do a fucking bit. That happens.
Yeah.
And people who try to be jokesters. What I didn't take into account is Derek doing his thing and like what he said last week. I was kind of like, oh man, why are you saying that? Why are you taking a shot at the callers? What I didn't realize is how much him and Johnny have gone through because they have had shows, and Derek had shows even before that where they took calls and the show depended on that.
Right.
And they had people like fucking with them.
And it's a huge waste of time.
Yeah. And behind the scenes, they would have to like screen all this shit of people trying to fuck with them. So that's what's, and obviously sometimes it happens on here too. So when Derek is bringing up like, are we really going to subject ourselves to this? I'm like, subject ourselves to what? I just see the highlights on, whatever.
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, we did, because we talked about it after last week and it was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that does happen. That's true. So, I think going forward, again, it'll be just like how it's been. It's like sometimes we do them, sometimes we don't. I think 64X is a great opportunity.
Yeah, certain times it calls for it. Like I like taking calls on, and I think the PPS kind of like calls for it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of my favorite things is talking to, getting into a conversation with someone from the audience and expanding on that. But that kind of show, that kind of stream, it's different.
So anyway, yeah. So that was more. I mean, and as we said earlier, we're always doing. We're on here, we're ourselves, but we're always heightened versions of ourselves. Yeah. So I think it seemed more extreme of a conversation. Well, whatever it was, like, and I was all like, yeah, I'll talk to you guys afterward. It was not anything like that. No. It was really just like, yeah, when are we going to do calls next? Do we want to do it? And honestly, figuring out Discord, because every time because we don't use it super often on here, and we've been gone like a lot of this year, that just wasn't a priority. Whenever we load it up, it gives us all kinds of weird issues. And something that still confuses me is we would turn it on and it would kill our internet connection, which I don't know. It's not even like, where's the, a lot of times I can't find a fucking button. It's not even that. It
steals the bandwidth.
Yeah, it's like something happens every time. So then that turns into like, we didn't have it ready, so now we got to sit through 20 minutes of setup. So it just gets frustrating, but we'll try to pre-program that a little bit more, where it's like, hey, we haven't done calls in a while. Let's get it ready ahead of time so that we just anyway.
We're prepared.
I used to get it ready every week.
Yeah.
But then it would like mess with the CPU of the computer, just having that running as well.
Weird issues with that. So anyway, yeah. So I still think there are great things to come out of calls sometimes, but yeah, you gotta like give it a chance. And if you're getting all fucking jokers, yeah, I'm on the same page as with them, whatever they want to do. So I just want to say on that note, to wrap up that note.
Sure.
I always am listening to feedback, and we all do. And sometimes there are even, even when we do a video, let's say, where it's like, someone will comment like, I couldn't tell there were any jokes in this video. Let's just use that as an example. Where were the fucking jokes in this video? Well, you might get a funny answer in the comments. Sometimes if we're on there, we might reply like, nah, we nailed it, or nah, 10 out of 10 video, or some joke answer. But I'm still taking that into account because all that kind of feedback is valid. But I will say, sometimes with the podcast, we'll get good feedback where it's like, it's better with more calls or less calls, or it goes on too long, or it's too short.
Too dark.
Things that are quantifiable are helpful. But some of the feedback we get, and people send this to me all the time, it's like, I don't think your conversations are as flow good or as good as they used to.
Huh.
And that I'm like, I'm just sitting down talking with my friends. That is one form of feedback. I don't know what to say. Yeah, if it's, it's again, quantifiable stuff, you spent 45 minutes of the last podcast plugging Sol Cresta. Maybe could you reduce that? That's a thing. That's an actionable thing.
Feedback.
But sometimes it's like, your conversation, I don't know. I get sent that more often than I think people realize, where it's like, I don't think your conversations are flow as good as they used to. Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
We just sit down and go. So and I
do see that feedback sometimes.
And it's funny.
I'm waiting. I'm listening.
Yeah, that happens with me and Derek all the time, because I will know going into the podcast. I'll even tell him, like, I went to E3 and he didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just so you know, I'm going to talk for a while about E3. Okay. And it's all good. And then he'll just sit there. But then, it becomes, he's not. Wow, Derek was just checked out. And it's like, that was a pre-planned check. Yeah. That was we knew that checkout was coming. It's totally good.
We all have to work on our resting bitch face, is what it's called.
Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, I guess all of this is to say, don't worry too much about it.
Yeah,
we're shooting the shit every week. You want to bow out on that sometimes. You want to go listen to someone else. I hear you. And yeah, there are weeks totally though that nothing happened, or like it's not even that nothing happened. A lot of times there are weeks where I'm in the editing room working on something all week.
We haven't seen you all week.
So then we go to the podcast and it's like, what have you been up to? I've been in there. I've been locked in. I have not watched anything, heard anything, gone outside. I haven't done anything. So there are some where I do get caught off guard, or I get here and it's like, I don't have anything to say. So yeah, there's going to be, it comes and goes. There's going to be ones that are more interesting than others. That's bound to happen. We've been talking every week for over 15 years.
True.
That just comes.
And there's going to be some conversations you're not a big fan of. Do you even want to hear my review of DC League of Super Pets? I think not.
I specifically didn't ask.
Exactly. So, I have the wherewithal to not bring these things up some weeks because I just know it's not going to land.
We did something. I won't go into what we did, but we did something here in the studio yesterday. And when it was over, it's like, oh yeah, cool. Let's get dinner. This will be great. And Garrett just swooped right in. No, I am going to see the League of Super Pets. Bye. It was like, I'm sorry.
Kevin Hart is Batman's dog, and Keanu Reeves is Batman.
I mean, it is like,
and The Rock, he plays. What Superman has a name? His dog's name is Crypto.
Yeah. Great! Now we got to talk about Crypto.
Pupping away. Yeah, it was a cartoon movie. What do they call that?
Animation.
Movie? Yeah, it was a
what are they calling that these days?
It was one of them Warner Brothers animations. One of them superhero joints.
I think I'm getting a slight feedback on the mic from either Babu Frick or your phone. I don't know. I
really?
Feel like a little.
Babu Frick does do like a lot of mechanical kind of stuff. He could be feeding it back.
Is it this? You're hearing that?
It's just occasionally I hear like some weird noise.
No, stop.
I'm hearing a little baby squeal. Show me the baby.
Is it the phone? That's really weird. I wonder what that is.
It's probably
like, okay.
I don't pay attention.
Got it. No, because I feel like
I end up seeing all of it because like what else is there to fucking watch? Sadly, and
I think there's a lot to watch.
Yeah, I'm watching a lot of stuff. Like I started Severance. Sean gave me a pass for Apple TV Plus.
Oh yeah, fuck! I didn't even talk about that fucking thing.
At Comic-Con
when Sean is back. We'll talk
you
about
guys
it.
should go into depth.
We went to the Severance experience, and it was the coolest thing I've seen at an event like that. It was unbelievable. So we'll talk about that when he's on.
But I don't pay attention to any of the new like what they announced She-Hulk and like
that was already announced. They showed a new trailer.
Else. They showed a trailer.
No, they showed like parts of all the phases coming up.
Bruh.
In the next, they're calling it the multiverse saga. Which I'm gonna say this right now. That's gonna bite them in the ass because everything is going multiverse, and it means leaning more on cameos than ever. Which is fun. That's fun, but they're gonna run out of that shit by the end.
Oh yeah.
And then what after that? Then it'll be like, I don't know. Maybe by that point they'll do a cool X-Men thing.
Restart it again.
I don't know.
Reboot.
But we'll see. I'm not sure, but Ryan asked your thoughts on the rehearsal. Did anybody else watch the rehearsal?
I'm totally caught up with the rehearsal.
What have there been 2?
I think there's 3 now.
Oh, okay.
What is the rehearsal?
It is Nathan Fielder's new show.
Oh, you were telling me how good this is.
Yeah, like
okay.
Rock and I were kind of talking about it. Like I kind of felt the same way. Where
that's the homie.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been on that show a bunch.
Oh, okay.
We play a little skateboarding.
Well, I only saw the first one, and I told Johnny, I'm like, I am fucking weird about comedy stuff. Yo, what's up, JavaScript? So I have my own weird nitpicks. I was telling him there's not an ingredient of it that wasn't like brilliant. Like I was just like, man. But the way my brain works, I'm like, after that was like an hour-long episode.
The first rehearsal?
And I'm like halfway through it, I'm like, man, we're spending a lot of time on the silly bullshit.
The rest have been 20 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, and that's what you told me. It's like, yeah, they've all been, but I get weird about, but I've been that way my whole life. Where and then what made it worse was a lifetime of fucking editing videos to be as concise and short as possible.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And I was like that again. Turn and did kind of a wacky episode.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, could have done this in 10 minutes. Don't spend an hour on this. Bzz. So I was not but none of it was bad. There's no ingredient that was bad. But I was like, wrap it up. And I am like that. I'm a fucking dickhead about stuff. I'm like that on so many things. But there wasn't an ingredient that was bad. This is not a bad review.
You're gonna
but
keep
I think
watching.
I'm like that. I'm just like that. Yeah, I didn't know the rehearsal was doing that though. I'll watch the rest of them.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
I've been really enjoying it. I don't really know what this. Nathan Fielder is a psycho, and I'll watch whatever he decides to do.
I do want to say, going back to Better Call Saul real quick, the character Gene that's in these newest episodes works at Cinnabon.
Oh, for real?
I have never wanted Cinnabon more in my life. I never go there. I don't think about it. I walk by and go, and if you're at a mall, oh, that smells good. I never go in. And then that fucking episode aired, and it's like, where's Cinnabon? Which one's open right now? And let me tell you, I have made some discoveries this week.
Yeah, there's a Cinnabon.
The fucking limited hours of Cinnabon are a crippling effect on the planet Earth.
Oh, are they like not like the regular? Because they're always in malls, but you're right. They probably like
Oh my God.
Do good business
I've tried to
anymore.
go like 10 times and it's
closed.
like, oh, they're already, what? They're already, I've never in my life made it a goal to go to Cinnabon.
Yeah.
And then that happened. It was like, I'm trying to get this from you.
The mall I always worked in, Cinnabon was the drink hookup.
Yeah.
So you could just go get basically free soda all day if you worked in the mall, if you made friends with the cute gal over at Cinnabon.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, who was it? Gold Blaze, you nailed it. This is the Super Size Me of mall food. Super Size Me had a very good point about quantity and what we put into our body. But did it stop you from wanting McDonald's? No. I want McDonald's all the time now that I've watched this. Anyway.
I had terrible McDonald's today. It was
did you? Oh, you actually went there?
God
really?
awful.
It was bad? Why was it so bad?
It was all I will get at this point is like, give me a large French fry. Like Trish wanted to get some stuff.
Iconic.
We were grocery shopping and stuff. We had the dogs. It's like, I don't want to go home and make food. Let's just get McDonald's. You find, just give me a large fry.
Hey, yeah. The more I get, I will say too, I will add to that. The more I get older or whatever, I boiled it down to that. That's the most joy I have. I'll get a burger. I'll get a this. I'll get a that. The most joy I get from McDonald's is the fries and the Coke. So now when I go, anytime I go, last time we went here,
fries and a Coke.
I just get large fries and a Coke. I don't even I don't even go into the meat department. Good. I just want those things. Anyway, you were saying.
It was the most underdone, soggy, yet still boiling, scalding hot, oily fries. It was like as fucked up as you can make fries. Because McDonald's fries done right are the best, top tier.
Sure.
The crispier, thinner, and saltier, the better. And this was the opposite of that. It was like they threw them in the oil and they pulled them out 30 seconds later. So they're covered in scalding oil, but they're fucking not cooked all the way. They were underdone, like limp French fries. And I ate all of them. Every fucking single one as soon as they cooled down.
Well.
And they tasted terrible.
I'm going to tell you now on camera on the other side of the podium.
Yeah.
That's how I like them.
Oh, give me
soggier fries. Oh, you said the crispier the better, and I bit my tongue because to me, what is actually the perfect fry is when you get it right in the middle. Like you like crispy on the outside, soft on the inside.
Sure.
Because if you're crunching on fries, a little too far.
But if you hold it straight out, it should stick straight out. It shouldn't.
Sure. I'll meet you there.
These were raw. I mean, underdone.
But man, I love soggy fries, dude. I fucking love soggy fries.
In-N-Out fry style.
Oh man. Sometimes, but here's the thing. Sometimes In-N-Out doesn't do that either. And I get them and they're fucking chips. That's its own food. Fries should be their own genre and you get it right in the middle. Get it. They're crispy, but they're soft on the inside.
It's got to be al dente.
You got to find the right way. You got to do it right. Yeah. You got to do it right. Johnny, where do you stand?
I think I'm like the arbiter between you two.
Yeah.
I like a mixed bag of fry. I like
some good, some bad.
Yeah, one's soggy, one's
totally
crunchy. Like I love that.
I'm with you. I agree.
Okay.
Contrast is always good. I agree. If they're all really fucking soggy, Garrett, I'm with you.
Yeah.
That would be like what happened. I get it.
Exactly. It was like, these were not done. Who took these out a minute early?
Okay. We're reaching across the aisle.
Yeah.
Any other fry conversation? Any other again in the chat, guys, if you have any questions, let us know. But I'm gonna skip to the bean reading.
Oh, Rocco's ready for the bean.
You want to hear it?
I do, yeah. Hit it.
Del Taco best fry. We'll talk about best fries in a second. Okay. This is July. We missed a couple of days, so we're going back a couple days. This is Mr. Bean's diary here, going back a couple of days to July 28th through 30th. Close my eye. He writes here. Close my eyes up tight and sing "Go Away, you big bad thing." Open them up again and shout, "Go away, or you'll get a clout." That's literally written across the pages there.
He's screaming.
Get a clout. And then he has a photo here, a Polaroid that says new security arrangements. And it's a completely boarded up door, like boards from top to bottom.
Oh, that's terrifying. He's locked someone in there, I think.
I think so. That could be. And then The next
That's for
day,
July. That's today, July 31st.
feeling much better today. Thank you. And then his shopping list: beans, bread, and Long Johns.
Whoa. That's
And then
telling.
I'm going to end it with this. 9:45. He has an appointment with Mrs. Wicket. Parentheses rent. So he must have to meet her to pay the rent. 7:15. Appointment. Burn something. And in parentheses,
What?
Mrs. Wicket? Question mark.
Oh, that's arson, dude. That's
Dude, is he gonna burn his landlord to death?
at the stake.
This guy's gone too far. What I used to love Mr. Bean. I don't know.
You know, Bean goes real far. Uncle Milty, my favorite comedian.
Oh, Milton Berle, classic comedian.
Milton
yeah, we got
Berle.
the joke book.
He goes pretty far too.
Yeah.
And I want to read an entry here that
Sure.
honestly, Sean has been gatekeeping
Of course, yeah.
this page
Absolutely.
from me. And you know, when I made the joke earlier in the weeks, like, oh, does Milton Berle have a section on ethnic humor? And Sean said, yeah, he does, but you'll never see it.
God.
Well, Sean's not here today, Rocco.
Oh,
so
no.
I've pulled up the page entitled Ethnic Humor.
That really is a page in there.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
no.
Johnny, I
Tread
hope
lightly
you're
here.
prepared. Get ready to hit the 10-second delay.
Oh, no.
This is
could be
live.
bad.
I don't know what. I'm going to read the first joke. Actually, there's a preface.
Uh-oh.
There's a warning. I'll read the warning under.
I'm scared.
Ethnic jokes should be taken with a grain of salt.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
When you've made an open wound, rub in the salt.
Oh.
I don't mind tossing a few ethnic jokes about. This is Milton Berle saying this, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I plan to insult every group extent, including about 6 of which I'm a member of in good standing.
Oh.
If you feel that you've been overlooked, please call me. My answering machine is standing by with unkind remarks. It can also insult other answering machines. He's clever.
That's clever.
Did Milton Berle, was he around when they invented answering machines? Was it?
I don't think he
This was
saw
in the
electricity.
80s?
Yeah.
Most of the ethnic jokes in this book are listed by subject. Those that follow here do double and triple duty. So these are the real bangers from the ethnic section. I don't know where this is. I don't know where this is going.
Okay.
I'm sweating right now.
Yeah, Johnny, you got sweat.
I'm fucking wet right now.
I'm getting ready to write an apology letter right now.
Yeah, I'll get the notes app open.
Okay. Now I feel like the first one on here, luckily I can do this is I'm technically I'm like an 8th Norwegian, so this counts for me
Okay.
here. There was a girl at the United Nations who hated the Swedes and the Norwegians. But she'd do anything for a Finn.
And they invited a third new guy. Well, let's let Ricky get the experience too, so he'll know.
Huh.
Okay. And he did not understand it. I was so professional and like made a good impression on that manager. And then he was like, cool, while we restock the shelves, could we put on music? I was like, yeah, if that will help you, yeah, we can put on music. There's no customers in the store. And he put on Tenacious D's first album
Oh.
as loud as possible.
Oh.
And this woman was like, kind old woman.
The opening song.
And all I can think about is kielbasa sausage. Your butt cheeks is warm. I check my dipstick. I mean, it was like I couldn't talk. We couldn't talk. It was so loud, and it was so like, really? Okay.
This guy ruined it.
It was so uncomfortable because this woman. I don't know. I just wanted to make a good impression on the manager. And he was deliberately like skipping to songs that was like, oh, this one's really good. Fuck her gently.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
read the room, dude.
This
Like an
lady's like 60.
older Christian woman running the store. And I'm like trying to help her like do that. And it's like, yeah, don't always have to fuck her hard. And it's like, yeah, maybe we can lower that. And I was a fan. I love Tenacious D, but it was like, can we please,
This guy
maybe not
just-
right now. So I would say that The car salesman that I told the story about that was trying to show me porn on his phone.
You can't see the color
well,
from the inside.
Yeah. Well, that almost meant something else when he showed me that clip.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the car.
You know,
About the car.
you could do it. Your dad could do it. That's a pretty unprofessional.
Yeah. Oh,
The
yeah. You could
cable
do it. Your dad could
installer
do it. That was legendary.
Telling you to install your cable.
Yep. And then I'm trying to think of other ones. What about you guys? Have you ever been in that where it's like it should be pro here and it's
Man.
fucking not?
I seem to always be in a restaurant and I hear people start arguing.
Yeah.
And then I start asking people that I'm with, like, hey, are those two people arguing? Is that a fight about to break out? Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like no, they're just talking. They're just talking. And then 30 seconds later, it's louder and more intense. And then I'm like, I think they're fighting. That keeps happening to me in restaurants.
Yeah.
Where I'm about to, it's luckily like right as I'm like, oh, good, we're done. Like, let's leave. Let's get the fuck out of here before this turns into a Denny's fight. But I'm always lately leaving a restaurant when someone starts getting into an argument. And a lot of time it's these Uber Eats drivers with the staff.
Oh yeah. I've seen that happen a lot.
I've seen a lot of like
they do kind of have friction. Huh?
disrespectful and like really abrasive like Grubhub and Uber Eats drivers.
Yeah. Ooh.
And a lot of business owners that are like sick of dealing with their fucking attitudes, honestly. So
Yeah.
I've seen all
How
this,
funny.
I've seen all this rude pushback lately, and
Yeah.
I'm always there like this should be like please and thank yous, and like these guys are fucking yelling at each other.
Yeah,
Like, I think
yeah.
they're in a fight. And no, they're just talking.
Yeah.
No, I think he just said, "I remember you from last week. You fucked me." That's what I heard. That's what I heard yesterday. From a store owner I
Whoa.
love. I always go to this guy's
Yeah.
restaurant and he's like, I remember you from last week. You fucked me. And I was like, let's go. We're done eating. Let's go before this happens.
Fun. Almor Corseria brought it up, and it's true. There was a worker that dripped blood everywhere on our house. Yeah, when they installed wiring, like alarm wiring, I think, at our old house when I lived with my family, and they cut themselves so bad, and then tried to finish it, and every room had this dude's blood. Every room that the wiring was, you'd
gotta
find some
take care of that.
smear somewhere, and it was like, yeah, you realize it's not okay, right? Like you gotta. And he kept going like, don't worry, everything's good. Got it. I got it. And it's like, you didn't get it. Everywhere we went was some red streak or blood on the corner. I mean, my family was like, I'm finding blood everywhere. Like, so that was bad. The other one I thought of too was, speaking of, we were talking about restaurants, Denny's.
Yeah.
Denny's, when the Denny's that we always like to go to has a strangely prominent back secret exit by one of the tables. And a big group of teens sat at that table and one by one started creeping out to not pay the bill.
Yeah.
So one by one is like, one's gone. And I'm watching them across the restaurant going, are they ditching? One by one. And then finally the last couple went out the door. And just as they did, the waitress saw it.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for her.
I know this waitress
But-
you're speaking of too,
yes.
because she was there for years.
But she
do
did
feel
not.
bad.
She made it so uncomfortable in the rest of the restaurant. She started going, I'm going to get really loud. So headphone warning. I knew it. I knew it. I knew they were going to do this. I knew it. Where did they get? No, come back here now. I knew it.
She
And
was
it
mean.
was, everyone in that restaurant was like,
She was always a mean waitress, though. She always worked
Yeah.
graveyard. She always worked the midnight shift, and she was always your
Yeah.
waitress, and she was always fucking mean.
and it was like, and then everyone she came to at every table, I knew they were going to do it to me. I knew when they came in, they were going to do that.
Tips.
Yeah, and it was just like, yeah, and we were all felt sympathized, but it went on so long. She did what I just did for so long that it was like, okay, let's get the check and get out of here. Let's just go. Okay, it felt like everyone felt like, is it safe to be in here? You know what I mean? She was that level too long.
You're right.
So it was like,
Frank the Tank.
I sympathize, but I'm also scared to eat here. So
Frank the Tank said she went Joker mode.
she did.
She did.
That was before there was a Joker.
Is this a Joker update, actually? He said.
But yeah, she kept yelling, I knew it. I knew it. that was legend. We were quoting that for a long time.
voice.
Your blood story before reminded me at Anime Expo when that dude came up to the booth with a bloody nose.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was insane.
Someone came up to our booth and it was I'm not even making fun. This sucks. Their nose just started geysering blood. Now, this was an anime expo, so I don't know if he saw a cute girl.
Could have seen like there was a pretty cool Sonico cosplayer.
You never know.
You never know.
But anyway, it suddenly I have never had nosebleeds, so I'm very lucky. There's
Brian
a lot of people
used
who
to get that. Remember?
Yeah, a lot of people I know have encountered
Just dry weather.
have that. Yeah. It was like that shit geyser. I mean, it was just oh my god, he took a shirt. I think did someone offer him a shirt or did he just take one?
No, he kept coming up and he was like waving his arms and he was like, "Do you have a shirt? Do you have a shirt?" And then we're like, yeah, here's a 3XL."
Yeah. So we just threw a shirt at him.
And then I was like, "Yo, I didn't know it was gonna happen." I was like, "Yeah, come back, pay for it later." And he was like, "Okay." And then in my head, I'm like, "He's never coming back."
I think he did. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
back
he
and
was a
paid?
good guy. This was
We should've hooked
totally,
him up.
I totally sympathize. That really sucks, but it was really funny. Out of nowhere, he just gets his Mega 64 shirt thrown to him and left. It was
Here's
just,
a 3X. It's not white, so it'll hide the blood.
He was like, I don't remember the costume he was wearing, but I remember he had like a board in front of him.
I think he was the Death Note.
Oh yeah, it was just covered in blood. The Death Note.
Yeah,
was
the
just
Death,
covered in blood.
but that was okay because the Death
had
Note
it.
did have a lot of blood on it.
Yeah, it kinda- it was
blood
like
on
a
his hands.
Shinigami thing, you know?
Yeah,
Very
I agree.
realistic.
I agree with Killer Rolla Jones. Always confused by the arousal nosebleeds. Why not just a boner? That's what I'm saying. Can we not just have a boner anymore?
Yeah, where did that
What is all this PC stuff?
Where did that trope come from in anime where like Master Roshi gets a nosebleed?
It's the blood rushing to their face.
Yeah.
I guess it would make you I guess when you're embarrassed, the blood like your cheeks get all flushed. You're embarrassed or whatever.
I think it's just supposed to be that. Every culture has their own way of expressing certain things.
I'm
or
telling
whatever.
you, hit the fucking boing.
That. Yeah, exactly. Can't have a boner anymore.
Well, Beavis and Butthead, they do that. They do the boners.
Yeah, they do the boners. That's why it's.
I said it Canadian there. The boners.
Boner stories. Let's
All
round
right,
table.
yeah.
Johnny,
Johnny, when's the last boner you got?
Johnny, most recent one you could think of.
Yeah.
This morning,
Yep.
I guess.
Oh, Same,
don't,
I match
Jesus,
ya.
dude. It's a
No, bro.
fucking joke.
Piss
dude.
boner. You don't get those? Keep you from wetting the bed?
Come on.
I don't
no.
think I've ever gotten a boner in a weird situation. Like
Oh,
I've
like
never-
in class?
No,
when
never.
When you have to go up and write on the board?
I definitely. Oh man, are we talking about that? I have from like vehicles, like
Oh, yeah.
like the vehicle, like this van was vibrating a lot, and
Yeah, on tour. Yeah, that happened
yeah.
to me.
no,
in
I
New
don't
Jersey.
think that. No, I don't think that happened.
No,
to me on tour.
on tour, I will say, in the van with all 6 of you dudes and Jay, we would be driving like around about, we'd do a jug
Yeah.
handle or some shit in New Jersey, and I would be like, wow, this van is shaking. This van.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me on tour, but it's
on
happened to
my
me before.
thighs.
I went to a Korean spa, and they
yeah.
put me in a massage chair. No. What was it? I did some chair. Jesus, I better explain that. They put me in some chair, and a lot of people go to those things naked. I was not doing that. I was like, I care too much about my fellow man to let them see that.
You wore the fig leaf?
I had a really like big shirt, and like they gave me like a really baggy pair of shorts, so I just wore that. And I went in I think it was a massage chair. I sat in it, and it was going like that.
Oh, wow.
It was going like that, and
This is like Crimes
it
of
was
Future.
like, do you ever see that video with Spider-Man where he's going like? I don't know how to simulate the noise.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
that video is awesome.
Well, that's what the chair was doing to me. It was like,
Slapping your meats around.
yeah, it was going like that, and so that one I was like, better
Better get out.
I'm gonna have to. I had to fucking Batman out of that. I was like, had to skyhook my way out of that room before anybody saw me.
Every time I go to get a massage, that makes me think of every time I go to get a massage, while I'm getting undressed and laying on the table and waiting for the masseuse to come in and start the massage, I do always have that flash go through my head like, oh man, don't get a boner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had that.
But then that makes you think of your whole region, and then it's like, oh no, What? Now I'm in here and I'm stop thinking about, and then the door opens and they're like, okay, are you ready?
See, I think
His hands were fucking strong last time. So I couldn't think about boners anymore. It was like, that wasn't doing it for me. But the idea of someone could come in here, oh my God, this is like every scenario in those videos I've been watching online. Don't get a boner though, because that would be inappropriate, you know?
good.
That always flows through my mind though, like right before the door opens. And then,
Yeah. Most doors, when they open, I'm like, don't get a boner. Okay. And then
Yeah.
the door opens. Yeah. Going to the store, going to,
anytime. You're just attracted to
Depot.
the doorknobs.
yeah. I'm a knobman.
You've got a thing for brass.
Anyway.
Some of those massages, you know, you pay for, the boner at the end.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not going to those guys. I was going to a place, just a chain.
Ryan in the chat is saying, I had a weirdo patient that told me after I adjusted his lower back, he knew it worked because he instantly got a boner. Wow.
He told you that? That's doctor-patient confidentiality. I guess.
Yeah.
You want to be confidential and
He never came back.
keep that to
Ryan said.
yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, you did him so good, he doesn't need another adjustment.
Nope. He had been adjusted plenty. Anyway. Well, I guess that about covers it.
Yeah, it's a good topic to end on.
Yeah, I think so. What do you think?
PCs, boners.
Anything you want to add to that, Johnny?
No, I mean, if there's any like final questions in the chat, I'm down with that.
Last questions in the chat, everybody. Final one before we go. And again, you're going to want to tune in Saturday, August 6th, 64X. In fact, there's some stuff for that I got to work on in about 2 seconds. So that's why I have to leave pretty soon. But we are going to have a hell of a day. Tune in August 6th, 64X. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it.
Someone says onion rings or fries. Fries all day.
Fries.
Yeah, it's fun to just mix it up sometimes.
I find that onion rings, I'm good for like a couple. I don't really want like a bunch. Fries, I could eat a fucking mountain of fries. Is that just me? I don't know.
I could do a mountain of fries, tater tots, or onion rings. It doesn't matter. Actually, give me the Holy Trinity all in one. Does anyone have a sampler platter that's all three?
I think so.
I like
Fries,
Applebee's.
tater tots, onion rings.
Hey, Johnny, we never even talked about the fast food pop-up we went to.
Oh yeah.
At Comic-Con, we went to Kevin Smith's Moobies pop-up where they made it into the Moobies fast food chain from his movies. That was something.
Yeah, it was like a bar, and they like taped a couple things to the wall. It was cracking me up when I saw the server like cutting out a Clerks logo
Oh,
and
wow.
then like taping it to the little like to go boxes.
Yeah. The food, it was fine. It was good.
It was good.
But it was like, yeah, we're already making this stuff. We're just gonna call it Kevin Smith names now. We had chocolate covered pretzels from the mall. We had cookies from the cookie stand at the mall.
That's interesting.
Mall rats shit.
I saw that during Comic-Con there was a Cluckenbell from GTA,
Oh,
but it was all the way in Poway.
That's weird. Why did they do that?
I don't know why it wasn't near the convention center.
Yeah, that is
But
really
it had
weird.
the same thing, like themed food. They had
Yeah.
Sprunk. You could drink I think it was
Oh,
Sprite
good.
with a different logo.
Cool. People are saying the Cluckenbell thing might have been unauthorized.
Oh, it was just like a.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, maybe it didn't have anything to do with Comic-Con even.
Yeah.
It was just in San Diego that day.
But yeah. They had, the onion rings were called one onion ring to rule them all. And the tater tots were hater tots. Dude, not to keep talking about Clerks 3, but
Nah, Killer DLS is gonna be hype.
Yeah. No, we should because we got tickets.
Kevin Smith's humor just kind of keeps going in one direction. He posted like, hey, in the new Clerks, you may have noticed some new logos on Randall's shirt.
Oh, he's
Well,
like.
this is what it is. Now, he's done a bunch of pun names before. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, look, the chicken sandwich restaurant Cocksmoker. you know,
Yeah,
things
you
like
know,
that.
that's the View-esque universe
Hater
in
tots.
a nutshell.
Yeah.
Bratzies.
This new one was not even.
Clever.
There's not even a joke here. Chuli's gum from the original Clerks.
Oh yeah, I did a monologue.
It's
about
a
that.
sucker with. It's like a like a blow pop or whatever
Okay.
with the gum in it. Chuli's gum sucker. Suck me off and make me gum. Gum in your mouth.
Oh, and it kind of looks like a penis. It's not a ball. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a dickhead. Yo, that's on a T-shirt. I don't
Yep.
want to wear that on a shirt.
There's like 10 sentences describing it. Gum in your mouth. Yeah, I got it. Suck me off and make me gum.
These are all sentences.
I got it. These
Dude,
are all on
you're
there.
right. This is the
I got it.
ugliest logo. It's just words.
Yeah,
it's not a
there's,
logo.
There's
it's a
like a
sentence.
wall of text on the shirt. It's not like, oh, that logo, look at it a different way. It's just one sucker that kind of looks phallic and 10 paragraphs of suck on this until gum comes out and it's in your mouth and you swallow.
Get it,
Like that. Yep, I got it.
Kevin?
Thank you, Kevin, for that.
Wow.
Read the comments of the post. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. Someone's saying to read the comments.
While you look up the comments, him and Jason Mewes were at the panel or at a live thing during Comic-Con.
Well, they did. Yeah, they did. They did Hall H.
They did Hall H.
Yeah, Clerks was in
Clerks
Hall
3?
H, which I
Wow.
thought was kind of. I was
That is cool.
You know, as much as I make fun or whatever, it was kind of inspiring. It was like they followed Marvel. It was
That's
that night.
crazy.
So Marvel did their thing, and then the Clerks sequel was after that. I'm like, hey, that's a thumbs up for indie filmmaking. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Despite whatever it may become, that's kind of cool. Anyway, sorry.
That's interesting. Were they nice to each other on stage? Kevin and Jason, they still getting along?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's see. Check the comments. Ha ha ha. This is great. Please tell me this is available for purchase.
Oh
Whoa.
my God.
Do they come in cases of 37? Some people get it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Can't wait to see this.
In a
I
row?
need this shirt. This design is out of line, but I need at least 3.
It's out of line, but I need 3.
My next tattoo. Oh no.
Dude.
Oh.
I want to see that.
No.
No. That's not.
Are there any negative comments or are they all?
No.
That's hilarious.
They're all positive?
Oh man, some of these are not funny. Gum in my mouth. Oh boy, I love gum.
Oh, wow.
This is perfect for my small business. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. She's going to sell the gum?
I don't know.
It's not a real product.
Where does
man.
one purchase this? Yeah, let me sort. That's all. But you can't sort someone else's comments.
Can you
huh?
make a comment? You should make a good comment. The chat suggested you put a good comment.
What should I
in.
put?
Something really actually, you should put something introspective about the post. Everyone's sucking this guy's dick. You should give him some honesty. Sorry, Kev, not your best work.
I'll put. I don't get it.
I don't get it and wait for a response from
The only
someone
thing.
else.
The only thing
What's
that
to get?
sucks is I have a verified. I'm not trying to sound like a
Oh,
douche, but
yeah.
I have a verified Instagram account. So a lot of times it puts that at the top. So it's just right. And so
Now you're
I'm like
promoting
the
it.
biggest target. No,
Yeah.
it makes me a target because it's right there. And all of his fans will be like, what don't you fucking get?
Well, that's
You
kind of
know?
funny.
Or Kevin Smith goes like, hey, fucker,
Hey,
how do you not get it? You know, and then it's like, oh,
what's not to get?
wish I wouldn't have done this. But anyway, we'll see.
I just don't get how all this text gets on the shirt when the name.
There's not enough ink in the world to
Yeah.
get that much text on a shirt. Anyway.
Wear that to Disneyland. That's good. That's a cool one.
Yeah. What's
That's a cool
the
tee.
best shirt you've seen at Disneyland in terms of like you shouldn't be wearing that here? Because I still think I laughed the hardest at I think Jason Cryer was there and he took a picture of the guy. It was like font where it was like bricks breaking apart and it said "fuck it all." That still makes me laugh.
I like, I got the D and tonight she'll get the D or she'll get hers or something.
I saw one that was like Mrs. Beast and Mr. Beast, and I was like, I think they were unaware of
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Mr.
Yeah, that
Beast.
one kills me because Mr. Beast, okay, so you're a YouTuber. Second, Mrs. Beast.
This beast is not flattering.
Well, yeah, that sucks. But I
couldn't be
also,
Belle?
I see all the time a pregnant woman will have a shirt that says "Beauty and the Bump." But like, so the baby is the beast in that scenario. Like, you're saying your kid's a beast? Like, that's what I don't know.
Yeah, I got a fucking beast in there. It's gonna chew its way out in 18 months. How long do they gestate? Not 18.
I
it's
hate
8.
the one. Yeah, the ones that were like, he made the turkey and filled it with stuffing, and
Oh.
out pops the turkey, and or something like that, where it's just like
Yeah.
talking about your cum,
Yeah, my baby
like your
batter.
stuffing.
What did you say?
What are you referring to?
On
I
a
don't know what
t-shirt.
you're saying. Anyway,
I went to high school with this girl, and I saw on Facebook she went to Disney World on
Yeah.
vacation. I think every day she had a different off-brand Disney shirt.
oh shit.
Like my vacation in like the Disney font, or like
Yeah.
mom to be. It was baffling me.
Announcing to strangers that you're on vacation while you're already in Disneyland with them is a little extra. Like you're writing that on your shirt.
Yeah.
Disney Vacation 2022. Haha. What?
Oh, okay. Like if you're going on a trip with 80 people or something, you want to have a matching
Yo.
shirt. Maybe that's a thing.
But hey,
fine,
when I
but-
got when I've been handed the company retreat, like here's the shirt. We're all
Yeah.
gonna put them on. We're all gonna take a picture of the red shirt.
no.
Yo, half of the people there do not want to do this.
Yeah.
It's always split down the middle. You can tell, like, fuck.
My favorite when you go to Disney World, like whenever you see those kind of custom shirts
Yeah.
or whatever, my least favorite ones are definitely most expensive day ever with like the castle. Cause like, yeah, I'm with you. It's probably a fucking expensive day, but like any shirt that just celebrates how you don't want to be there to me is like, then fucking don't be here. Like, what are we doing? I don't get it. I totally don't understand. Where's I need a drink. I don't want to be here. This trip sucks. Like, great. Really building memories with your family.
I'm gonna start wearing. If you can read this, the bitch fell off. But
yeah.
just not on my motorcycle. Just like I'm just gonna wear it, like to the grocery store.
Yeah. I got one with the Disney castle at the top, and it says I snatch kisses and vice versa.
That's a good. That's a
I'm
good
gonna
one.
put that one out there. But anyway.
right.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for
We
watching.
appreciate
I
it.
hate my children. Where's the bar? That's a good one. Dude. We should make that shirt and
Oh,
like, hey, wear
fuck.
them to Disneyland.
I hate my
Like, it's
children.
got-
Where's the bar?
Yeah, it's got like pixie dust on it. I hate my children. Where's the bar? Oh, that would be awesome.
That's a good one.
Dude, I would wear that at the park. I hate my children. Where's the bar? Right? Wouldn't you, if you were at the park, wouldn't you see that and go, oh my
Oh
God.
my god! Someone call Child Protective Services. This man's a danger.
should
Good night,
totally-
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. Come back for 64X this
Oh, yeah.
weekend. We got a whole. Anyway,
Bye bye. Have a nice time.
fuck off.